Zane Clodfelter, Matthew Will, OttersTV. It's our post-game series wrap-up. Preston Leinenbach is on assignment elsewhere, so we have Matthew Will here and a pretty good series for Evansville, taking 2 out of 3.
Absolutely. This is a team that you wanted to take a couple against, a team that's right there next to you in the standings, so every game matters that much more. To come out and play game one the way you did, come from behind, get a couple of big hits towards the end of things, and then come out and split the doubleheader on Thursday feels really good for this team.
It was a weird series schedule. It was supposed to be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday traditional series, but then rain impacted the ability to play on Tuesday, so then a single game on Wednesday, and Evansville really got the series off on a good note.
Absolutely. Trailing a lot of that game, it finally tested the Otters in front of the home fans, making sure the bullpen had to come out and play well. For Gordon to come up and hit a big-time home run in the bottom of the ninth, down to his last strike,
right? Yes,
to tie the game, and then the exact two guys you expect to lead this team out of a tough night are Gordon and Bierman. They've been playing so well since the Canadian road trip. They're the two who did it. Bierman had the RBI single there in the 10th to win the game, and it just felt right that it was those two to do it.
No, yeah, Miles Gordon, again, the hero. He mentioned a strike away and then suddenly new life. And then the doubleheader, it's always hard to sweep a doubleheader, but just to split, I think, is a very big thing for Evansville moving forward.
Well, and I think it's even more important that they got the win in the game that Ryan O'Reilly pitched. He's really struggled this year to stay consistent on the mound. So for him to go as long as he did and have offense backing him up, finally, he's not had the run support all year. To finally have that, the Otters bounce back and help him out, that's a big win for under Ryan O'Reilly, finally getting in the win column and moving forward for him.
My takeaway so far has been the starting pitching for Evansville has just been fantastic. You have Tim Holdgrafer, Parker Brahms. We're talking about Ryan O'Reilly. All of these guys, Austin Gossman, have been fantastic for Evansville. So it's good when you can kind of get that offensive support there that makes the job a little bit easier on the mound.
Absolutely, and it's been the long ball, especially in these last couple of games. A big weekend at Gateway last weekend with the guys hitting home runs, and then you pick up a few tonight. All of them 2-run home runs tonight. As long as you're getting offense in bunches, that's an easy way to win a ball game.
No, and then the nightcap, the finale of this series that we're recapping against the Windy City Thunderbolts. You talk about the home runs. The Otters had plenty.
Yeah, 3 separate 2-run home runs, and all of them were well hit. None of them were really kind of doubting, and to get one in the first inning and set the pace, make Ryan O'Reilly's job a little bit easier there on the mound, I think does wonders for your starting pitching. It's already good to have a great starting pitching, but to have offense that can make their lives easier, I can't imagine a starting pitching group that's as happy as these Otters right now.
And it's great to have somebody in the bullpen like Logan Sawyer, who's there to close the game. His 7th save of the season in that series finale against Windy City.
Yeah, he now leads the Frontier League with 7 of them, and every game you ask the question, how long is he going to be at this level? Because he is exceptional. The fastball's hitting 97 now for him. He's looked incredibly consistent this year so far.
No, there's a lot of guys for Evansville as they're right there in the mix right now. It's mid-June. It might be a little too early to start keeping track of the standings, but it's important that they're up there in that top half and they're right there within a game to have that type of performance. And then the question is, when are these guys going to start to get signed?
Yeah, and I mean, Tim Holdgrafer is obviously the one that everywhere I've gone on the road with this team, I get asked about him. Are we getting any calls? I mean, he has a .67 ERA through 4 starts. That's unreal. He went 8 innings scoreless his last time out. We're going to get to see him again tomorrow night in the series opener against Gateway, and his best game so far was the series he had the flu. So to see
like
him,
the Michael Jordan flu
absolutely.
game, right? Yes.
So to see him pitch as well as he is, it's great to see a guy succeeding at this level, and hopefully at some point this year we get to see him move on to the next level.
That is the ultimate goal. Andy McCauley has always talked since he arrived here in Evansville in 2010. The goal is, yes, to win and to make the playoffs and to have success, but Andy, Max, Bobby, the rest of the staff, they're in it to kind of get these guys back into affiliated baseball.
And there's so many guys on this team who have got the experience up there. I think Jeffrey Baez, at least coming into the year, was one that a lot of affiliated teams were keeping tabs on. If he can start to go on a run, he might be another one to talk about.
Zach Bierman too, right?
Absolutely. Zach Bierman came out of nowhere this year. A guy who really doesn't have a lot of experience in professional baseball has taken this scene really quickly and really aggressively. He might be one of the best hitters in the entire Frontier League at this point.
Matthew, we have 3 more games on this homestand coming up. Do you know what the promotions are?
Absolutely. Deaconess Healthy Night tomorrow night and 80s night.
What was your favorite thing about the 80s, even though the 80s both predate us.
Yeah, I was not alive for them, but I enjoy the music from there.
And you're a Royals fan, right? The Royals won the World Series in '85. I'm a Hoosiers fan, and guess what? They won 2 national championships in basketball in the '80s. What else do we have?
Well, then on Saturday, it's Princess Night here from Bosse Field, and then it all wraps up with Pride at the Park and Bark at the Park on Sunday. A good weekend to end the homestand. A quick mini-series next week, but the team's right back at home in a week's time, so a lot of home baseball coming up soon.
And our friends from Schnucks are going to be at the ballpark as well on Sunday, and I'm told that there's going to be special Pride hats given away at the gates for the first 1,000 people that show up through the gates.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, so make sure you show up early on Sunday for those special hats and show up on Friday to watch Tim Holdgrafer pitch because, again, he has had such a fantastic start to that 2022 season. Big thanks to Mr. Russ, the Pride of Central High School, for recording. He's Matthew Will. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been OttersTV.